Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back-to-back Monday nights. How do you like that?
Boom.
That's what I'm talking about. We've got Tim Neal up here with me, with the two guys that apparently can only make this show. Travis,
Yeah.
Travis Ford down below. It's been too long, man. How you guys doing?
Good. Living out here in the boondocks.
Yeah. Well,
I'm in this Arkansas heat.
Dude, it is so hot down here. I don't know how it is up there, but it's
100.
so freaking hot, dude.
Started my car is at 104 in the garage.
Ugh.
Yeah, I've got the mini split cranking, bro. That thing is working triple overtime. I feel bad for it. Hey, welcome everybody. Appreciate everyone who could make it. Make sure you like, share, hit the subscribe button if you're new. We would greatly appreciate it. This is Monday Night Lights. This is now back-to-back Monday nights where we've actually had Monday Night Lights live on Monday night. And that's great, man.
I think I was driving back in town last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
That was only a week ago. Holy crap.
Yeah, time flies. Time flies. Hey, shout out to Patreon supporters. June was awesome. July is tracking to do even better. And I do appreciate each and every Patreon member. I'm telling you, it helps this thing stay afloat. So I do appreciate all of you. And, of course, shout out to Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company. You know the routine here. They're the best in the business down in Central Arkansas. What 5 stars now? What do you got, like a bajillion 5 stars?
I think we're 11 or 1,200.
Good Lord.
We're getting there. Lots of people.
I've almost got as many 5 stars as this podcast.
Oh, you're getting there. You're getting there. Listen, the like to dislike ratio on this, though, is really good. It's really
I thought
good.
you were going to say really bad.
No. It's really good, dude. It's really good. You'll say something that people will get mad at, and then they're like, "Oh, I hate this," and they'll dislike, but whatever. That's rare, and that's cool, and I appreciate that. I think as long as you got an open mind, not everyone's going to agree with you on every single topic when it comes to the Arkansas Razorbacks, especially the Arkansas Razorbacks. It's just as divisive, well, almost as divisive as American politics. Anyways. Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company. Don't forget they offer free estimates, quality parts, and affordable outcomes to go along with all those awesome reviews. They've earned it. Travis is, I'm telling you, man, nobody better in the business, and I can speak to that because he installed my door. Someone posted in Discord. I guess I'm the YouTube guy in the Tusk Talk Discord, and Mac posted in Discord. With the Donald J. Trump tweet where it says, "Where's YouTube guy?" So that's pretty good. So, all right. I wanted to start the show off with a question, and it is a hypothetical. No, I'm not calling for Sam Pittman to be fired. It is a Sam Pittman question, and I'm just curious. You guys can answer the question in live chat, and of course, if you're not here live, I want you to answer down below in the comment section. 2025 going into the season, let's say you have 2 options to be your head coach. And I'm only using these 2 options because one of them has been brought up. He just took a job elsewhere this year, year 1 at a Power 4 job, but this is why it's a hypothetical. This guy's name keeps coming up.
Dude.
It came up today in Discord, and I've had people ask me about it. 2025 in our world here, in our little hypothetical world, who would you be more enthusiastic as the head coach at the University of Arkansas? Sam Pittman or Barry Odom?
Can I just die and come back to life?
I was going to say, dude.
I mean, it's not life or death.
Okay.
It's just, who would you be more excited for? Now, to give you a little background on Barry Odom, yes, at Missouri, boy, did he crash and burn his last year there. He still had a 500 season at his last year, 6-6, 3-5 overall in the conference. I think too, what stands out for me is he's never won a bowl game, and he's been a head coach for a grand total of 6 years, and he's never won a bowl game.
It reminds me of that meme from The Office where she's like, and they're the same person. So.
I was thinking that exact same thing. Yeah,
that's exactly what popped into my head.
So Barry Odom at Missouri went 25-25, 13-19, in conference play. Okay, well, there's your and Missouri was in the SEC at this time. Now, from what I understand, his first year there in 2016, he took over. Like they just had they had to completely revamp the whole thing. I don't know much about it. I just remember when Mizzou entered the SEC, they won the East back to back, which the East at the time was just garbage.
God, who was the coach before that? He was there for
Gary Pinkel.
Who?
Gary
Pinkel. Yeah.
And he was a good coach, quality coach. There towards the end, it was just I guess they kind of wanted him out, and I think he was also battling cancer or something. So, but anyways, 25-25 at Missouri, 13-19 in conference play. Then he takes over UNLV, way down the road. We know his history at other schools as a defense coordinator. Obviously, he was at Arkansas for a little while as a D coordinator. I would argue, I guess he did the best he could with what he had. I guess I don't know. He had some playmakers. I remember Catalan just being an absolute, just a troublemaker in that secondary. He had some guys.
How weird is it that Catalan's back at Mizzou?
It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, Catalan was an absolute troublemaker for the 5 games he played for the U of A.
Yeah, he couldn't stay healthy. He could not stay healthy.
Couldn't stay healthy at Texas either. No. That's why, like, people are like, oh, we got to play in the last game of the year. So we're clear then. Got it.
Yeah.
UNLV. So Barry Odom goes to UNLV in 2023. Takes over that program, and the stories I've heard about what he did as a head coach is kind of wild. Something about riding a bull, and I've
seen the video. That was crazy.
So he's willing to do whatever for his players, and he does have a very impressive record. Yeah, it's UNLV, whatever, but once again, his first year he goes 9-5, and then 6-2, finishing first in that conference, the Mountain West. Year 2, 2024, last year he goes 10-3, 6-1 in conference, and they finished second with an overall UNLV record of 19-8 and a conference record of 12-3. So then, of course, we kind of know Pittman's history. He is undefeated in bowl games. I guess you could say he's got that on him. He definitely, huh?
Oh, I was literally coughed. My bad.
2020
awesome ability to mute when I want to on this.
Oh yeah, 2021. Pittman's standout year, 9-4 in overall. You know, of course, they beat Penn State in the Outback, the very last Outback Bowl. They finished third in the West and 4-4 overall in conference that year. However, overall, he's 30-31 in overall games play or coached, 14-28 in conference play. So knowing that between the two, and I only bring this up because his name, I keep seeing it. And listen, I don't know if he would just stand up Purdue after year one, and that's not really the argument I'm making. I would say it might be an argument if Pittman gets, I don't know, another year or two and he stays at Purdue for another year or two, and then maybe there is some scenario where Barry Odom makes the short list. I don't know. I'm just curious. I kind of want to gauge everybody's interest on Odom and obviously Sam Pittman. We also had this comment earlier. Make sure you guys are sharing the content. Eric Musselman's ghost, hoping for nothing but losses for Pittman. One of the worst talkers in football. Even worse coach. J.J. Andrews is top 7, and Cal is the best coach in the country basketball school.
Forgot the hashtag.
Yeah, you forgot the hashtag, man.
I don't do hashtags anymore on Twitter, bro.
It doesn't work, right? Since Elon took over, I guess the hashtags don't work. But
he said he stopped making them prevalent.
I don't know about I don't know. Is he a good talker? No, not really. I mean, he doesn't give you the coach speak.
Barry Odom is Mark Stoops is Sam Pittman.
That's a fair comparison.
They're all the same people.
Barry Odom might talk better than Sam.
If they were to fire Sam Pittman tomorrow and be like,
if he resigned,
we got Barry Odom, I would be like, oh, not because he sucks or anything like that. It's just not that splashy of a hire, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think the only reason people are talking about Barry is because he worked here before. And I got to tread lightly what to say about Barry because I pissed him off one time. But I don't know. It's not splashy to me. I don't think it would get a bunch of boosters going, hell yeah, brother. Anything like that. I think it would be I think if Barry Odom came here, he would be 5th or 6th on the list, and they aided on a few of them.
Yeah.
And I also don't think he's going to leave Purdue after 1 year.
No, that wouldn't.
Purdue's an easier league.
Which
in
is
an
why,
easier league.
yeah. Which is why I preferenced it the way that I did.
Yeah.
You know, if it were 2025 and you had the choice between the two, he just keeps coming up. His name keeps coming up. He had a really good interview with Chuck and Bo. Like, I don't remember how long ago, but it was, you know, and that's where I learned about the bull riding story. I was like, okay, that guy really will do just about anything for his program. Not saying that I don't know that Sam would ever do something like that. He is pushing it in years. You know, I don't know how much older he is than Barry Odom, but
Sam cannot afford another injury.
Oh gosh, with that hip, I don't know, man. He might have that Terminator hip. You know,
I was saying he's gonna be like RoboCop. He has a couple more surgeries,
dude. Good for him though, and that was cool that at SEC Media Days they were like, someone said congratulations on your new hip. I'm so happy someone acknowledged that.
Yeah.
You know, to him, because you know that made him feel a little bit better.
I'll tell you, as a guy who's walked up and down the sideline of a football field, from a coaching perspective, and we're talking little league here, right?
Yeah.
After those games, my legs hurt so bad, and they were not full scale games. Like, it was half of a maybe even less, probably half of a college game, right? And I get home, I'm like, why do my legs hurt so bad? I couldn't imagine doing that with a bad hip. That would be terrible.
Well, he had to ride around in a golf cart, you know, bless his heart, all through spring camp. I mean, I felt bad for the guy. I'm not going to lie. I know people have, I don't know. I don't understand this whole thing. And there's someone in our Discord, it wouldn't surprise you who it is, who said that if he ever saw Chad Morris in person, he'd punch him in the face. I don't understand, like, being that upset. Like, okay, it didn't work out. Chad Morris sucked. He was terrible. You know, for a guy that talked a lot about culture and everything. Oh my God. I mean, you know, what a disaster here.
And some of the stories we've heard about culture from that. Holy crap.
So
I mean, between the taking jerseys away and making them earn their jerseys, and then
I don't
separate
understand
locker rooms.
Oh, it was bad. I don't understand why, like, when you say something like, man, I kind of feel bad for Sam Pittman, you'll get that person either on Twitter, sometimes in here, or in Discord. I hope he falls on his face. Like, oh, okay, I guess.
I hope he surprises us, and we're like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, got a few picks.
You know, back to the Barry thing. The one good year we did have was with Barry here, but we also had a bad year with Barry here too. So it's like it's, you know, everyone's giving everyone else credit. I don't know why everybody is so like, screw Sam Pittman. They want him gone so bad, dude. It might not end up awesome either way.
Well,
for recruiting, sure, I think that would be good for like a reset.
I just listen.
I don't want him to stay or nothing, but I'm just saying, it's just like, even he said the other day at media days, he was like, you know, you don't go into the SEC expecting to coach at a place for 10 years.
Yeah, he did say that. So that's actually what we're going to talk about. I kind of feel like, I don't know if Travis, Tim, I don't know if you guys get to watch. I've watched the entire SEC, his time at the podium once, and then I got halfway through it a second time. So there's some stuff I don't remember later on, but I did catch some of what he had to say at the podium. And it was really the questions that was asked. And I wasn't surprised that the media would ask these, but there's even a couple of them where he's like, damn, I just caught some strays here. Or like, bro, these guys got hands. Like, damn.
It was the opening question. I've watched it twice. The opening question, he was like, man.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate.
He didn't know.
I don't remember even what he asked him, but I remember his reaction, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go over that because I actually have the video file. I put together a little 5-minute video, and we're going to react to each of them here in just a little bit. But let me get over to my topics here. Scrolling down.
JJ Andrews.
JJ Andrews is where we'll start really quick, and then we'll get into the Pittman stuff. He was named, and Tim did a little research on this. JJ Andrews named Peach Jam MVP after leading Brad Beal Elite to second straight title. My boy JJ Andrews, I should say our boy JJ Andrews, has done nothing but had a hell of a summer. Why he's not a unanimous 5-star yet, it's beyond me. I don't know how you look at this guy's number. By the way, almost 20 points a game, 6 rebounds, 2+ assists per game. And I guess that's throughout the entire thing there. That's incredible. And Tim, you looked something up before we went live. Why don't you share that really quick? I found this interesting.
Yeah. So out of the last 5, MVPs of that particular tournament. You've got what did I say? I've got to pull it up here real quick. You've got 3 unanimous 5 stars and Jalen Duran, Cooper Flagg, and Cam Boozer. Those are the names he's in with right there. You've got lottery picks in Duran and Cooper Flagg.
Yep.
Boozer's a projected lottery pick. The other guy, the 4th one, is Darren Harris, and he was a 4-star and still projected to be drafted just in the 2nd round. So that's the company that JJ Andrews is with. 3 unanimous 5 stars, 2 lottery picks, a consensus lottery pick the next time around, and another guy who's going to get drafted. I think that speaks pretty highly for this tournament, to be honest.
Yeah, really. If anything, yeah. I mean, that's who you're in company with, is those guys, and JJ Andrews is. I'm just going to call it. I think before he steps on campus, we got a little bit of time before that happens. I think he'll be a unanimous 5-star. I don't know how it goes any other direction.
I think Cal got a good jump on him.
Yeah. Well, a legacy player. I would hope that he did, right? I mean,
yeah,
grief.
Well, it seems like, normally it goes the opposite way. Normally it's they come here and their rating starts to drop, and it seems like he came on, and then it's just
that's fair.
Only been raising since then,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely been showing out since he took the stage. So
it's the Cal magic. Right after he committed to Arkansas, it's like everything is just gone.
Never hurts
way.
to have a Hall of Fame coach.
Does not hurt to have a Hall of Fame coach. It makes you wonder if Eric Musselman would have had a shot at him. I think he would have.
I think so. Maybe. Probably less of one, but I think he would have had a shot at him.
For sure. I mean, how could he not, right? I mean, Musselman did a pretty good job with the in-state prospects, and I think he probably, with that connection with the legacy there, him being a legacy part of that family, who his dad was and everything. But that's pretty cool, though. He continues to just turn heads, and I think before it's all said and done, he'll be a unanimous 5-star. Let's see here. Oh, okay. We're Sam Pumpers. There it is. I love y'all 3. Oh, okay. No, you're not. None of you guys are Sam Pumpers.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
No. Sam,
no, not really.
Sam is the great catch-22. Yeah. I want him to lose and be out of here so bad, but I can't root for the Hogs to lose. He's the greatest catch-22 of all time.
My biggest fear with him, with losing Sam or moving on from Sam Pittman, because it won't be losing him, is that they're going to bring in somebody worse. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. And here's the thing about Hunter Yurchek, who would obviously be making that move unless he leaves for another job. People keep trying to. I thought that Oklahoma AD job was filled, but I guess it hasn't been yet.
That would be all right.
To be fair, though, listen, and I'm not a Hunter Yurchek pumper either. I've been very critical of how he's handled a lot of stuff. NIL, hiring of a GM, why it took him this long, and maybe there's some other reasons. Again, Courtney Mims could probably fill us in on that. I think she's got her own point of view on that, and I'd like to hear it. I'm going to try and get her on a Patreon video. By the way, I did a recording this morning with the one and only upload master himself. Hog fans know him. War Machine 2013. Got him, did an interview with him earlier today. It's really good. I'm going to release it to Patreon, if not tonight, probably sometime this week. So if you're a Patreon member, look out for that. That's going to be dropping soon. It was about an hour long, and it was really good. Anyways, going back to Hunter Yurchek, even if you don't give him credit for Coach Cal, since he's been the AD, his own, I think, and I'm going to get crucified for this, I'm sure, his only mistake has been keeping Sam Pittman, right? He hired Eric Musselman, who revitalized the basketball program.
True story.
He's made good coaching hires, but he's made bad NIL decisions, and that's the most important part of the game, right?
Well,
now.
I mean, from a coaching standpoint.
Coaching hire-wise, he's actually done pretty good.
So I don't know that
the new women's basketball coach too.
All the women's sports, I'm pretty sure those are all his hires.
And Deifel, yeah.
So I think too. I wonder about these, the baseball assistants too. These guys, I know there's some people kind of in and out on Nate Thompson, and but
I know one guy who is.
I know a couple of guys are for sure. But let's not sit here and act like this year wasn't incredible from an offensive standpoint. They were absolutely booming. So I'm fine with keeping him. But so this has all happened under Hunter's time as the AD. Again, I am very critical of how he's handled the other stuff. So I don't know if Sam were to leave, if it would just be like that you would get into another really bad hire, because Sam was the right hire at the time. I mean, again, you hadn't won an SEC game. You think of the 2 years of Chad Morris.
No, I'm good.
Under Chad Morris. The 2 years of Chad Morris and the last year under Brad Beal Elite was disaster. And then you hired Sam, who's the right guy at the right time. The issue has been how long, giving him a 6th year is.
Yeah, I think Sam was hired to be a stepping stone coach, and they just haven't done anything since,
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's bring a guy in to level out the program and get it back on track, and then we'll move on. And they just haven't moved on yet.
If he were to step down right now, he is definitely leaving the program better than where he found it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you hadn't won an SEC game, and a bowl game seemed so far away for those 3 years. Again, I'm not saying he put
this guy's undefeated in bowl games,
but he is 3-0. So we better be careful. We're going to be called sunshine or Pittman pumpers. We better be careful.
Pumpers.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. On to that then. Let's get into this Sam Pittman and what happened. Some questions I think some folks may have kind of missed. And when I've pointed these out to several people, some friends of mine, and they were like, okay, I guess because those were asked so early, I didn't realize these were pretty harsh questions. So let me pull this up here really fast.
There it happened. You dang Pittman pumpers.
I know it. Here we go. So what we'll do is it's about 5 minutes long. We'll get the question and get kind of his response, and then I'll pause it and we'll kind of respond to what he has to say. Again, it's about 5 minutes. So here we go.
It would be safe to say there's somewhat of a hill to climb at Arkansas. You have the lowest paid support staff, the least amount of NFL draft picks per capita in that state. How do y'all go about building that roster and setting that culture in Fayetteville?
Damn.
Y'all don't pay nobody. Y'all don't have nobody up there that makes no money.
No NFL picks. What do you do? Who are you going to get?
Hey, press play on his response. That's the best part.
Yeah. I'm about to. Yeah.
Man. We have to go outside of our state. In-state recruiting has changed over the last 3 or 4 years because of NIL, and so you have to think about the talent, who it is, versus what the pay is expected, and so that's been a little bit more difficult in our state. But we like to stay within an 8-hour radius if we can. We've expanded that just a little bit, where our kids can come see us several different times. Financially, with revenue sharing, I think now we're back on even keel with everybody, which we weren't. You just read that off. When we were even, we went from 4-20 to top 20 in 2 years. And so I think the program has a chance to get back up to around those 9+ wins than where we were before, just simply because we have the finances to back that. We've got a good football team, we've got a good staff, we've got great facilities, and we got a great state of fans at the University of Arkansas and the state of Arkansas. There's no reason we can't do it. If I was going to make an excuse, it would be financially, is why we haven't done quite as well as where we were projected my first 2 years. But I think now, with it being even, look out, the Razorbacks are coming on.
You're 20.
Thoughts?
Why were we so broke for the last 2 or 3 years, and now it's fixed?
Yeah, well, it's revenue sharing is what he's saying. He's saying that revenue sharing is why it's.
They're still going to be these high caliber teams because all the guys who have had the NIL before are just going to stack on revenue sharing now.
Yeah, I still haven't heard. I still haven't heard. I still haven't heard a good enough reason as for why all of a sudden Arkansas is going to be I guess he says the playing field's going to be evened out a little bit. Maybe it is going to be the case. I've also been told they feel like recruiting is you're not going to have like this mass exodus of players anymore. Again, don't shoot the messenger. I'm not saying that I think that happens or it doesn't happen until we get until we see this all in action, right? Until we get a year
Unless
or two.
there's a collective bargaining agreement, I don't see this benefiting us that much.
Yeah. I'm with Travis. What Travis said, revenue sharing shouldn't really level any playing field because everybody got it.
Yeah.
So if it was imbalance and you gave everybody more money and you gave everybody the same amount of money, they're still imbalance.
It depends on what team takes football the most serious. Texas obviously really cares more about football than they do basketball, probably.
Ole
Miss. Ole Miss seems to take football pretty seriously.
Yeah, they're up on it. And let's just be real. If you had to give tiers of who's what in the SEC as far as football, Ole Miss is past Arkansas, and that sounds obvious, especially to the younger crowd and people who like to live in the moment. But that was that hasn't ever been the case since we've been in the SEC up until the last few years.
They decided to actually hire coaches.
Say what?
They decided to actually hire coaches. I mean, they chose Lane Kiffin and we chose Sam Pittman, and I mean that's the tail of the tape right there.
Really want to know exactly how close we were to getting Kiffin.
Yeah,
because I heard it was pretty close.
I mean, I'm just saying, and that's kind of the criticism. I've read several articles or posts about Juracek trying to be the value guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so Lane Kiffin wanted boatloads of money and Sam Pittman didn't. And that was kind of the difference between the two for Juracek. I don't know if that's the case. That's what I read. That's alleged. But he's been the value guy.
Lane Kiffin's always just been a cooler guy, though. Like as far as more appealing to younger people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think
Pittman
there's any question about that.
Seems like he's pretty cool, but like for us, because we're old.
I wanted Lane Kiffin from the beginning because Sam had never had any experience head coaching. And look, Lane Kiffin had a checkered past. Tennessee, USC, kind of a checkered past, but he had been a head coach.
Yeah,
and he had been successful.
Well, he's definitely known as an offensive mind. I mean, he's definitely known for his system.
You want to know something weird that I wanted Kiffin at the time? I wanted Lane Kiffin because I was hoping he would reunite with Kendall Briles like they did at FAU.
Oh.
And then Pittman hired Briles, and I was like, never mind.
Yeah. Which, in all honesty, on paper, to get Briles and Odom for 3 years,
crazy.
That is, and I'll give him credit. I'm not going to just pile on Pittman. I know we got people in chat who are like, but listen, I mean, I'm not going to pile on, and there are things that happen that are outside of his control. But
a bunch.
I hate that excuse though, because so many other coaches had to deal with that too, right? So many other coaches had to deal with that. So John Haas says any NIL deal over 600 has to be approved through the clearinghouse as fair market value. So that is true. However, like I don't remember who said this. I don't remember if it was Saban or someone else, but no, it wasn't Saban because that would be headlines. But the cheating is not going to stop because you're told that you have a cap. It's not going to stop just because
ways around it.
There was a zero money cap before, and there was plenty of cheating going on.
Exactly. I hear what he's saying here. There's now a $600. Yeah, you got to get it approved and all that. But okay, right. I mean, how does that actually stand up to scrutiny,
bro?
Yeah.
Just watch the program or Blue Chips and watch how it's all done.
Let's move on.
Hey, real quick, did you guys hear anything about Edge separating from NIL today?
No.
I saw something about that on Twitter today, and like it was coming.
Really?
And they said something. So I'm.
Bye, Travis.
It's nice knowing you, Travis. Well, he had a really good. I wanted to hear that. Damn it!
There he is.
Hey! Somebody called me right when I was saying that.
Oh. Okay.
But somebody mentioned it going to Learfield, and I don't know what all this stuff is. Like NIL Edge, and somebody was like, please God, Learfield. And this was on Twitter. And I was like, what does Learfield do? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's the broadcast.
What does that have to do with NIL?
I don't
I
know.
was so confused. So I asked him, I was like, explain this to me like I'm a child. Because how do you acquire this knowledge? You know what I mean? So anyway,
Right.
I don't know if that's true or not, but it was
I've
something
not heard that.
in the room, Emil.
I mean, listen, you might be on to something, or that person was anyways. Maybe they know something we don't. Let's get into the next part of this.
23 recruiting class is mostly gone now. Is that because of those financial reasons, or is there something else you attribute that roster turnover
That's crazy.
to?
Well, man, I mean, you'd have to ask each one of those kids. Here's what it's not because of, but because of the way they're treated, because of the way they're developed, and because of the way that they're taught to. That's not the reason. It could be playing time. It could be finances. Probably the majority of it is finances.
Hey,
but
pause
you'd
it
have
real
to
quick.
ask those.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You know who he was talking to when he said that, right?
No.
He was talking to Nudie. Nudie.
Oh, yeah.
Think about all the stuff that Nudie went crazy on Twitter last year.
Mhm.
They're leaving because of blah blah blah, because they're not taking care of injuries and they're not developing players. And dude, he's talking dead ass to Nudie.
Probably Nudie and several others for sure. I mean, I've told you guys stuff off record that
yeah.
some stuff that some players have demanded, and it's absurd. And they're pretty. They think they're worth this, and I'm telling you, coaches, they've been put in this awkward position, which is why you should have hired a GM 2 years ago.
He's basically just going, look, it's a money thing. It ain't a me thing. All right.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Guys,
We treat them boys.
but I do believe that.
Yeah.
Whom we got in the replacement, they want to be there. They're happy with what their deal is they have, and that they'll represent the university well.
You mentioned the A-State.
So we already answered that. This is the guy on 921, the ticket that's about to ask this question. JC, is that his name? No. What the hell's his name? He's good at what he does, man. I like listening to 921.
And this was Sam's best answer of the day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Game, you guys are playing them this year, and you need that rivalry. Butch Jones has been pretty adamant about wanting to play it every year. Would you like to see it added to the schedule on an annual basis? And if so, is that game best played in Little Rock, or is it best like home and home?
No. I want to play them in Fayetteville, and if that's what I want to do. You ask me what I want. If we're going to play our.
They're a dumpster fire school, and I don't want to play at their dumpster fire football stadium. They can come play in Fayetteville every year and get rid of this Little Rock trash. That's what he's saying, and that's the best answer. Little Rock's got to go.
He's been eating it on recruiting every year because that's been counting as a home game against us.
Yeah.
Counting against. Did you hear what I said? Counting against us as a home game because we can't talk to freaking recruits there.
Yeah, you can't talk to recruits. It's
No, he doesn't want to play in Little Rock ever again, bro. This is the last game of the year.
But he highlights the problem. He highlights the problem in a second.
Yeah. Really quick though, about playing a Little Rock, War Machine had a really interesting take on it, and it wasn't what I expected. So again, Patreon supporters, you're in for a good one. This is a pretty good hour long. This son of a bitch fly, get out of here, bro! God,
like that one, that Breaking Bad episode where they chased the fly the whole episode.
That's what the suckers doing, man. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So let's play. Yeah, his answer here was good, and then he kind of sums it up.
Arkansas State, I want to play them at home, and right now under contract, we're in our last year at Little Rock. Now whatever the governor decides, that's what she decides. But right now that we're in our last year at Little Rock, so it'd have to either be there or here, and I'm not really interested in going over there and playing.
Yeah. So the question is, Sarah Sanders.
What?
Sanders is a Little Rock head, and you put it in her hands to make that decision. We need a lobby.
Can she force
Sarah
them?
Sanders to say this is not happening? We're done with Little Rock.
Why did they get a say over the games? Oh, I guess so. Yeah,
it is a state school. That's the only thing I could figure out is that because
change the damn rules. Then you know what I mean? Like,
Well, why has it never been addressed that way from the university? Why are we just now kind of wait? What, the governor? Like, I don't know anyone who's ever heard that before. I'm gonna.
I
probably
haven't
wanted to
heard
put
it
it out
here.
there.
No, I haven't heard it here. But when you listen to Oklahoma State, and OU, the state Congress tried to tie the schools together. Like, you can't move to the SEC without taking the other one. Neither one of you can. So the state has some power.
I guess when you think about it, it's kind of common sense. They do get taxpayer money. I don't know like how much, but they do get help from the state.
I'm sure they make the state a lot too, though.
Yeah, I don't see her. I guess it would be a good question for her, wouldn't it? Like, what do you think? Regardless of how you feel about her, I wonder if because I don't think off the top of my head, I feel like about 60% of the state does not want to be down there. And I don't know, like Travis is from that part of the world, and people that I know that are from Central Arkansas and down the Delta and South Arkansas, they all have told me the same. Like, Ty, we're embarrassed by that stadium.
That stadium sucks. They always get hurt there.
The only thing, that and the only thing really good about it is the tailgating. It is premium tailgating. I will tell you, I think Fayetteville is getting better, but it's still got so much work to do. They've got
they've changed a lot of the ways you can tailgate down there too. They don't even let you park on the golf course no more. And honestly, that wasn't a tailgate. It's a mosh pit, dude. It's a mosh pit.
Down Little Rock, they wouldn't let you go on the really.
Yeah, they've changed the rules down there. Last I heard, I haven't been to a tailgate there since we lost to Toledo.
Yeah,
that was a bad time. I was throwing up everywhere.
It's twofold. It's not just that the stadium's crap. It's also the recruiting thing. If you really want the university to do well, you don't want to take away recruiting opportunities.
Yeah.
And lost revenue too.
Lost revenue, recruiting, and that stadium sucks.
Yeah. Getting down there, having to ship not to mention your roster of players, your coaches, the assistants, the GAs, and the equipment team, the logistics of that, putting them in a hotel, feeding them. And I know they kind of do something similar here. They actually do stay in a hotel. Bielema mentioned this a little while back. He talked about putting them in some hotel in Springdale, and then getting them together as a team and whatever, so they can all, go get on the bus together. And
they used to stay at the it's like a Ramada
Holiday
in Fayetteville.
Oh, I thought they stayed at the Holiday Inn next to Marketplace.
Oh,
maybe. I know.
That would make sense right there.
I was at a game and it was like a Ramada or something like that. But it's like when you walk out of your room, it's like it's all in the center. I can't remember what that place is though.
Yeah.
But the whole team was there because I was on the same floor as the whole damn team. So we had got out to go get breakfast or something, and then we just see players just flying out of rooms, going down there to meet. I think that may have been before the Auburn game, like some years back, or when Beal was here.
Eric Musselman's ghost. Ty, do you see? And I don't want to go down this. I want to finish this video out, but I'll answer this really quickly. Eric Musselman's ghost says, Ty, you see A-State beating us? No, I don't.
Not at all.
No. The only way I think that might be an issue is if you view it as a trap game, and if you don't bring your A games, State is likely to make that a mess. I think they're a pretty well coached team.
We got them too early in the season for them to beat us. If they played us in 8th or 9th game of the season, I'd be worried.
I disagree with you.
With who?
That's not.
I think they're outmanned and outgunned, dude.
Well,
they're outmanned and outgunned. There's no way they're the same caliber of athletes.
This ain't Pine Bluff, bro. State is not Pine Bluff. This game could be close. We could lose. I don't think we will, but it could happen. State's not Pine Bluff was never going to be a loss. State's a possible loss. I mean,
State's definitely a better team than Pine Bluff. State's definitely a better team than Pine Bluff.
I'm saying State's better than you might be giving them credit for. And Butch Jones is a good coach.
Yeah. I don't
really good coach.
Pine Bluff chance of beating Arkansas 0.0005%. Right. Arkansas State, I don't know, maybe 15%, maybe 20, maybe I don't know.
I'll say 10%.
They are well. We know who their coach is, and this is a guy that's got some experience and playing in these types of venues, and he's going to have them ready. But if Arkansas, good Lord, if they bring They bring their A game. Don't have a second half just bullshit where you're turning the ball over and having all these issues. If you don't even have to bring your A+ game. Just bring a B+, A- game, and you should take the dub.
I bet I could be talked into them losing. Like,
oh yeah.
If we talked long enough, I could be like, man, we maybe we could lose that game.
Yeah, let's finish this out here. Let's see what he says.
Coach will stay in that section. Barry, third row on the near out.
Yeah, Barry Trammell, Tulsa World. Hey, Sam, it seems like every year your job's under discussion. Is Sam going to be back? Is Sam going to be back? Does that make your job more difficult? Does it not matter anymore? Does it handle you personally? And what are the ramifications of the constant discussion over yours or any other coach's job situation?
Well, when they discuss other coaches, it doesn't affect me, so I'm good there. But
yeah.
Let me say this. The only ramifications of someone constantly having you on this list or whatever other list is recruiting. That's the only thing. And it seems to affect us a little bit more in the state of Arkansas because they're up on the Razorbacks, they see more. Now, how can we stop that? We can win more games. That's what we can do. Look, most everything a guy brings on, he brings on himself. Most things that come out, you earn it. Now, you may disagree with some of it and all that, but I've earned that. I mean, I have. To get off of that, we've got to win more games. But I'll say this. To consider that you're going to go coach some player for 10 years in the SEC, you're a fool. Kirby Smart, Stoops, that's it in this league. So I think you got to look at it as year to year. How are you doing? I'm not worried about it because I got a good staff and a good team. So I'm not worried about it at all, but I do appreciate the question.
He's like, you son of a bitch.
What are you supposed to say right there?
Yeah, exactly.
Does it bother you? Does it affect you? I mean,
so your boss might be listening to this, by the way, sir.
Yeah.
What's he gonna say? I don't care if I get fired. I'm a millionaire.
I guess you could be Nolan Richardson. They could have my job tomorrow, and then they do.
Yeah, and then you hired Stan Heath. Yeah. I found it interesting when he talked about, how it affects him with in-state recruiting. And it's like, yeah, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
They're getting smoked. And before anyone, John Haas, says that you should just ignore recruiting the state of Arkansas or just, not really care about Arkansas, I don't agree with that. I've talked about that before. It does matter. And this staff does want to win recruiting battles in Arkansas. To have Missouri come in and take players, Ole Miss, whoever, doesn't matter. If you go back years, Oklahoma and Texas and, Alabama came in and got LT Tenpenny, which, rest in peace. What a hell of a running back he was. You also lost Michael Dyer to Auburn. He was a really good running back for them. And the list goes on and on and on. You go all the way back to Keith Jackson when he picked Oklahoma over Arkansas. That's always kind of been a thing where, you're going to struggle with your top prospects because you are, lately you're the University of Arkansas, but we know that this is negatively it's being used against Arkansas, with Sam Steele being the head coach. Without a doubt, his future is on the line. I don't know if there's an actual win amount in this, where the line's been drawn in the sand necessarily. I don't know, but it sure seems like it. And it feels like, man, if he doesn't, making a bowl game may not be enough to keep him. And if you don't think that they're using that on these in-state players, I don't know. And not only that, but then, you talk about the finances that are also impacting some of these.
I can just see a coach like recruiting a kid going, what do you want to go to, the Liberty Bowl?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And meanwhile, you've got Tennessee, Ole Miss fighting to get into the playoffs or making the playoffs. Everyone's passing you up, man. And this is kind of like the issues that you had when A&M joined the conference. What was the issue? Well, they took over, the areas of recruiting where Arkansas used to be able to beat them in head-to-head battles in Dallas, Fort Worth. and they don't. It's been an uphill battle ever since A&M joined the SEC, and so I don't know. This is why I think you don't want to lose those pipelines that you have in the state. While at the same time, yeah, if there's a 4-star or a highly ranked 3-star in South Georgia, you're gonna take that player without a doubt. Y'all need to find happiness. I don't know if that's targeted at us or chat. I think I'm happy.
Probably chat.
It might be chat. We got some negative Nancy's in chat. Hey, again, appreciate everyone for being here. Make sure you like the video, share the content. And yeah, if you're new, if you're just hanging out and you haven't hit the subscribe button for whatever reason, make sure you do that and hit the notification bell. I'm being tagged in Discord about something going on. Okay, so I guess Courtney Mims is clearing some stuff up in Patreon chat. She is on vacation, by the way, guys. So let's not tag her left and right.
And she's working.
Yeah. Also, we got some. I guess this is breaking news, unless I just missed it.
Walmart?
Jordan Smith. Wait, what?
Oh, nothing. Go ahead. I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, I want to hear. Okay, Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith, number two overall prospect of the 2026 class, has locked in official visits to Kentucky and Arkansas. 247 Sports is told Arkansas will get him on September 20th. I feel like this is old news, or maybe I'm getting him mixed up with someone else. Arkansas September 20th through the 21st. Kentucky October 10th through the 11th.
We talked about TK the other day.
Maybe that's who it was.
And he's Louisville, Kentucky, Arkansas.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah. I tell you, when I move on to the next sport, I leave everything else in the dust. I do. I guess Courtney Mims is clearing something up, but I'm not really sure.
It had to do with what Travis was talking about, Edge.
Okay.
About them rolling up under the athletic department like an umbrella of the GM.
Okay.
The foundation instead of being outsourced.
So I am seeing it here. I'll pull this up here if I can make sense of it.
Thanks, Megan, for recapping that, by the way.
Yeah. Dakota Sansbury tweeted.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay, going to be the first to report this. Oh boy.
He's actually usually pretty solid, dude.
Okay. Being on the lookout for the news. Be on the lookout for the news in the coming weeks or so. Blueprint Sports. And okay, so Blueprint Sports already runs the Edge, right? And Arkansas Edge are no longer a part of the University of Arkansas as the NIL collective. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't sure enough to go too deep into it, but I did see that earlier, and I was like,
Okay, yeah, and Matt apparently tagged us a little while ago. My bad, Matt. I don't usually look at the only notifications I usually look at are Discord, but I do appreciate that.
No, that guy's pretty plugged into somebody up there.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I want to
He's a
share
good follow.
this. Solid follow, bro.
Solid follow, bro.
Let me share screen, see so everyone can see this here. Right there it is. Dakota Sansbury. Again, going to be the first to report this. Be on the lookout for the news in the coming weeks or so. Blueprint Sports and the Arkansas Edge are no longer a part of the University of Arkansas as the official NIL collective. So there you go.
So do I need to stop donating to Edge now or what?
I don't know. And the U of A is probably like pissed. They're not super thrilled. I'll go ahead and give him a follow. Why not, Dakota? What's up, bro? We'll give you a follow. There you go. Okay, well, that's interesting. Yeah. Hire KB back as head coach. That is an intriguing name.
That I actually wouldn't hate.
Well,
but
I mean,
it's another first head coaching job. Y'all want that again? Being an OC and a head coach are way different, dude.
But that's different. No, yes, it's different, but that's still different from Sam. Like Sam, first year head coach after being an offensive line
True,
coach.
yeah, he wasn't an OC, so it is different.
I mean, that seems like a much bigger jump. Even if you're a good offensive line coach, to suddenly be in charge of a whole team, that seems like a bigger jump than hiring an offensive coordinator to come in who knows up front, like I need a defensive coordinator.
You know who else was a offensive coordinator?
Bobby Petrino.
Chad Morris.
Chad Morris.
Bobby Petrino.
Kendall's, he comes from that tree, right? Thanks to his dad and family members. Like he comes from a tree that, you know, they know what they're doing. I do kind of feel like that would be
Legacy coaches make a difference.
I think we could get him, honestly.
Yeah. I think legacy coaches have something to them. Maybe that's not always the case. We know legacy players. We see those guys get drafted quite often.
Yep.
So, I mean, obviously coaching and playing are two different worlds, but I wouldn't be opposed to Ken. I really wouldn't. Like if TCU, because he's still there. He's still at TCU. He's been there since he replaced Garrett Riley in 23 to be their coordinator. And so I don't know what they did on offense last year, but if they had like a great year and they were a playoff contender again, and you know, and his offense was the reasoning behind that, and you're
coming in with some heat behind him.
Listen, you want to talk about a pipeline into the best recruiting area in the country? It's Kendall freaking Briles. There's probably no one as plugged into that area if you're talking just from a coordinator standpoint.
And his offense is pretty modern too and flashy. So
yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. It really is.
That's
Chad,
drawing the kids for sure.
Chad was a head coach. You are correct. Kim Jong. That's Kim Jong, by the way, from our Discord.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah, no, we pointed this out earlier. Regardless of whether he hired him, the point that I was trying to make was that it did happen under his, you know.
I love that he's like Hunter Yurchik just gave him the pin.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly right. But he's not. Can you say that he's made a single bad hire?
He didn't hire Morris, so he's technically not responsible for that one.
Yeah. Again, I'm not.
Pittman's probably his worst hire, but that's really it. And
well,
honestly,
again,
it could be worse.
Yeah, it could have been worse. And you were trying to avoid imagine going from Chad Morris to hiring another Chad Morris.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it could have been the point that I would make is his NIL, the handling of the NIL stuff. He always seems to be behind there. And then when you look at, you know, what he's done with the GM and then keeping Pittman for a 6th year, that might be, I don't know. It's
going to be crazy if Pittman messes around and wins 9 games and we all look like idiots.
Well, and here's the other thing too. You know,
I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to be eating some serious crow if that happens, though, Tim.
I don't know.
Dude, we all are. Every Arkansas media outlet is going to be eating it. If Pittman's going to be up there like, he's like, you damn right, I'm having an old cold beer tonight because we went 9-4. What's up, mother?
Here's the thing too about that. Like, I don't understand this. And I know Tim. I think Tim is in this camp. I don't know. I'm excited when you win. I realize that long term it could be bad, but I'm excited when you win games. And listen, beating Tennessee last year was damn fun, but it also did keep him around for another year. I just don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, great, wonderful, we won 8 games, we're stuck with Pittman. Great, you know what I mean?
That's what I say. He's the greatest catch-22 because I want to win so bad. Yeah. I want Arkansas to win. If it takes losing, man, I'd really like to see Pittman gone. But I don't want it at the expense of us being a completely loser program.
Yeah,
I think we'll find out.
I'm gonna be, you know, excited as anybody.
Yeah,
I think if they're gonna fire him this year, they're gonna do it early. I think it'll be like 8 games in.
Oh, you think so?
I do. Yeah, they're gonna have to get a head start.
So wait, well, again, like if you lost to,
it's some bad loss. It'd have to be some bad losses in there, but I think it'll be the first 8 or 9 games, and they'll be like, "Yeah, we're gonna move on from them." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna try to, or they're gonna start looking at that point, and then try to have somebody ready by the end of the season.
Yeah, I keep getting told that I'm not doing a good job of reading Patreon chat right now. Like, guys, I'm trying to run a damn show and trying to keep up with you guys at Discord. Cut me some slack.
I can't even read comments very well on my phone. It's tough.
So yeah, Courtney. So this is about that whole situation that we were talking about a minute ago with Blueprint Sports going their separate ways with the U of A, which good. I don't think they're doing a very good job. Or at least doesn't seem that way unless I'm missing something. Courtney, she goes by Cortana in our Discord. Heard some buzz looking into it. She said, so basically I'm trying to figure out if they are actually kicking them to the curb or because of revenue sharing that they are getting rid of them and just putting them under the university. So most collectives are being assumed by the university, but not going away. But if the university feels they can crowdsource the money and be good, then they don't need the collective.
No, I wonder if the collective, I guess, takes a piece of it then.
Yeah. I don't want to give all this away because this is Patreon stuff. This is the stuff that you pay for Patreon. So I don't want to give away. She's going on. She's got more. She says,
I'm going to get in there and read it after the show's over.
She says, okay, so here's what I got. I'll leave it there. And you guys in Patreon. That's why I don't read Patreon
a good
chat.
Right there, dude.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. Here's what I got. And to be continued. Watch the next episode.
That's right. So Cortana's getting it going there in chat.
Courtney's clutch, man. She's always got to get info.
Courtney Mims, everybody. Pictorial Network's very own. Pictorial Nation. Sorry, not network.
Mac just tagged me and said, tell him to read it.
Who tagged you?
There? Mac. He tagged me in Discord. He said, tell him to read it.
Read what? I'm not reading that. No.
Join Patreon, sucker.
Yeah, join Patreon. Yeah. John Tyson hires...
Mac, I'll send you some bootleg screenshots later, buddy. Don't worry.
There you go. Oh, wonderful.
Tyson, there you go. Steal from my company.
Yeah. There you go. Sam Pittman. This is from Elmer Fuddpucker, who's got a blow-up doll for an avatar.
It's a great name.
Sam Pittman entering year 6 and picked to finish 14th in the SEC. That is where I wanted to take this next. Yeah. Arkansas picked. Well, let me get this off the screen, off here.
Shout out to Elmer Fuddpucker.
It's a good name.
It's an awesome name. I ain't even mad at it. It's hilarious.
Let me pull. This is one thing about StreamYard. You have to go through and search for everything. Here we go. Boom. There it is. Predicted order of finish for SEC Media Days. Texas, no surprise there. Georgia, Alabama, LSU. I'm not going to go into where I'm at with like the top 5. Mine's a little different. I kind of, Garrett Nussmeier at LSU. I don't know, man. They might be pretty dangerous. But there's Arkansas.
Everybody's saying LSU is going to be really freaking good this year, and I'm like, they're pretty good every year.
Well, they fell, a lot of their, you ask their fans, they ought to go 11-1, 12-0 every year.
If you ask Travis, they should be in the Natty every year. They got
but Arkansas at 14th. What do you guys think of that?
I think it's insulting, but also probably accurate. I don't know. We beat Auburn last year. We did better than Oklahoma last year. We beat Tennessee, but Tennessee made it to the playoffs. I'm thinking like 10th. I'm biased, obviously, but I'm not saying we should be like top 5 or nothing crazy, but I think 10th is probably about where we should sit. Vandy beat Bama. Holy crap. Who cares? Nick Saban's gone. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Tim, what do you think?
Somewhere between 10 and 12. We're better than that. We're not going to be a top tier SEC team, but somewhere between 10 and 12.
And just like that, you guys just don't, you hate us here.
Did somebody just comment?
5, 4, 3.
I'm
leaving. This show's so negative. I'm leaving. Go ahead.
Out of here.
Go ahead, Ty. Where should we be?
I don't think you guys are
tell
far off.
Top 5, Ty. Tell them, Ty.
Yeah, Ty. Yeah, I've got Arkansas as the dark horse to win the
top
SEC.
5, dead or alive.
No. I think they're capable of being. Man, it's that schedule that I always deal. It's just so tough. And
I'm telling you, they don't need to fire Sam. They need to fire the guy who makes the schedule.
All the new, right, or the guy that keeps you in the SEC, maybe.
Jeez, man.
All the new pieces at receiver, tight end. I mean, every single room is brand new. You look at the changes made in the secondary. I don't know how to feel about the guys returning that are projected starters in the secondary. I mean, Selman Bridges, I'm pretty high on, but like he was special teams last year, and I know they got the JUCO corner and the kid from Oklahoma, but we didn't get to see a whole lot of them through spring camp. I just don't know where to put this team. And I'm going through, and I put out a Patreon video yesterday talking about this very thing, because I said Arkansas, I could see them at 4 wins. No, I am not at 4 wins. That's just the number that popped into my head. What I'm gonna do moving forward this offseason, I do this every year. I'm gonna build off every single team. Did we lose Travis again? We did. What?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not my
he-
internet. My kid keeps texting me. Excuse me.
Oh. But I'm gonna look at every single team that Arkansas's got to play, and I'm gonna try and figure them out as best I can. Then I'll have an actual win-loss total. But yeah, I don't know. I think probably they're capable of being near the top 10. I think they're capable of that. Petrino year 2 with Green, who knows, man? Maybe he could fire off and do something like what we saw in 2010 with Ryan Mallett, or 2011 with Tyler Wilson. Maybe that can happen.
I was talking myself into it the other day.
My concern is, and again, I hate to say this, it's Sam Pittman, who himself admitted that he didn't know what to do in a certain scenario in a ball game. It feels like all those close 1-possession games that they've lost. Like, I feel like Sam he's the common denominator when you look at why you're losing games, because he's the head coach first off, and there's other things. Sometimes the ball just doesn't roll your way, and that also seems to happen a lot with Sam.
Do you think in the most important moments of the game, he's like shutting down whatever the offensive coordinator's idea is, maybe?
I don't
And
know.
going, no, we need to do this here. And
I don't think so. I don't think so, but I think like him not vetoing at times where he needs to be the head coach. He needs to be the guy that knows what to do. That's where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if he's got that. And to be fair, 2021, they did win some of those games, and it was a better product on the field than what we saw, and certainly better than 2020. And it was a huge improvement from 2018, 2019. Of course, you had Kendall Briles as your coordinator, and Barry Odom, who's a former SEC head coach, a guy that knows what's up. You had some very viable pieces there. To be fair, you've got Bobby Petrino, who knows this league inside and out.
Could you imagine him trying to tell Bobby Petrino no?
Yeah, let's do that.
No, Bobby's like, shut the fuck up, Sam.
Hey, you listen here. The way Bobby's got that deadpan, he's got that deadpan delivery. Hey, why don't you just shut the hell up and let me call the play? Almost Bill.
I will literally kill you, Sam. We're running this play.
I will go get my bike, Sam.
I'll kill you and take your wife with me. Let's go.
We're kidding. Listen, I want to be as optimistic as I can, but I also have to call, and just like Tim and Travis, we got to call it like we see it. And right now, like, I'm still trying to build a case for Arkansas. And yeah, I'll probably tell Patreon supporters first where I'm at. It could surprise you. I could see something as I'm breaking down each and every team. Like, wait a minute, these guys there's a big mass replacement in this area. They didn't improve. They didn't go out and get guys out of the portal that are better than what they had last year. They might actually be worse. Who knows? I'll do that. I'll go into each and every. I'll look at their PFF numbers and their analytics and the grades and try to put it all together. But right now, it's kind of like, even when you get through fall camp, you're still not going to know enough about this team. You're going to have to play these games, and that's that is what it is.
Right now, mid to end of July, literally just looking at the schedule, you could be 4-0 in the first 5 games, or you could be 1-3.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying it's so wide open. It's so up in the air. You could go either way with that. You could walk into the Notre Dame game, obviously in Fayetteville. You could be 4-0, but you could also be 1-3.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way they lose to Alabama A&M. But the other 3 games, I mean, it's possible. I don't think we'll lose them, but it's possible. Yeah. It's not out of the question, and that's sad that it's not, but it's not out of the question.
I can see them coming into Notre Dame 4-0 and us getting all hyped and then just
laying an egg against Notre Dame.
Notre Dame killed us, and then we're just done for the season. The whole team gives up.
I don't know. That's the one thing I will give Pittman's teams some credit. They don't ever seem to just truly fold. There were a couple incidents last year where it kind of felt that way. You look at the Ole Miss game, and but for the most part, they don't ever just like, I don't know. They're okay about not letting games haunt them. Again, it's the trap game stuff that I'm concerned about. I don't know. That could be the case, though. I've said, for years that, Houston Nutt, when he had, the infamous Sterner fumble against Tennessee, that team never played at that level again.
Yeah.
Now, that's a different set of circumstances. That was actually a really good Arkansas football team. And Sterner was a really solid quarterback. And he had some good pieces to that team. And Nutt is a player's coach if there ever was one. But, boy, after that Sterner fumble, they never looked the same to me. So that could happen, to anybody. So maybe, Pittman hopefully doesn't have a moment like that. But, yeah, if you've got Notre Dame coming to town and you've only got one win, how many fans show up to that,
A ton.
I hope to be 4-0. Listen, I hope to be 4-0 for everybody who thinks I'm negative about the Razorbacks and don't want them to win and don't want success. I hope we're 4-0 going into Notre Dame. It'll be the most amazing atmosphere.
Oh, my God.
It will be.
That's the kind of record that you can go in there and the crowd will help you will you through the game.
Yeah, it will be the best game of the season probably to go watch.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be oh God, yeah. That'd be huge. Two historical programs, even though Notre Dame is far more known and relevant than Arkansas has ever been.
They were the national runner-up last year.
But these are
even though they got squashed.
These are two historically, like Arkansas was definitely relevant. There's definitely times in the 60s, 70s. Obviously, you won the title in 64, but the 70s and the 80s where Arkansas was one of the big dogs in their conference.
Well, you had Lou Holtz as a coach of both of them too. So
yeah.
Way back, but there's a tie there.
Yeah.
So.
Brady says we will be 4-1 going into Tennessee. Our players hate Ole Miss.
I'd take that.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It just needs something about we lose Notre Dame or something.
Yeah, as long as that loss is Notre Dame and it's not like a complete ass kicking, right?
Yeah. Well, it'll be a 1-score game. That's what we do. That's what we do here.
Oh,
how many 1-score games do we add to that record this year, Ty?
Oh God,
7-17.
I don't know.
Games do we add to?
I don't know. Oh man,
I'm saying we had 3 to 4 1-score losses.
3 to 4. What was it? Was it 20?
What I will say about Sam is he don't lose by much usually.
Well, usually.
Yeah. Like Texas only beat us by 10 last year. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but what did LSU and Ole Miss do?
I wasn't good with it. Oh yeah, was it Ole Miss last year when Ole Miss just killed us?
Yeah, Ole Miss beat Arkansas 63-31 in Fayetteville.
Yeah, that sucked. And that's 31 was in like garbage time too.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Shut up.
I definitely made I got a few fans kind of riled up over that one about my comments about how that unfolded and whatever. But Missouri's got to be the game too. That's another one, 28-21. That's another one possession game right there. Got to get rid of
some dogs.
They got to cut back on. They've got to find a way to win those. And listen, it's not like they haven't before. He has won one possession game, so we're not saying he never has. All right, but
7 of them.
Fair.
It's just not 7-21 in one possession game.
It's like
7-17.
7-17.
Last week. It's 7-17.
You got to cut that shit out. That's
Drink was the opposite. Drink was 17-7.
Or listen, dude, if he was the opposite, he'd have a statue right now.
Right? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
We'd never want him to leave ever.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy is how close it actually is to him being awesome here.
Yeah. It's actually what we talked about earlier today, myself and War Machine. Ty, what would you say if we start out 5-0 headed to Tennessee? Oh my God.
Lit. I'd say we're going to win the ship. We're going to the ship, baby.
Well, you're certainly in the playoff conversation at that point for sure.
Oh man, yeah.
You've beaten Ole Miss on the road, Memphis, who don't forget what they did last year. We talk about Arkansas State. Listen, we need to talk about Memphis.
I'm hoping their feelings are hurt since the Big 12 rejected them today.
That's a bad thing because then they got something to prove.
Exactly.
I don't want Texas Tech had something to prove too, though.
Yeah, But if you beat Notre Dame and you're walking into Tennessee, you're probably, I don't know, top 12 in the country at that point. It just kind of depends on where everyone else is at and who loses, but you're at least in the playoff conversation. And yeah, I can already see
Tennessee
it.
is absolute dog water this year because their quarterback.
Yeah, dude, on EA 2.6, they go like 10-2, 11-1 with that quarterback.
Really? I
have simulated the offseason like 3 times. Tennessee.
Oh.
With their swap, their
quarterback. Yeah, well, Old Dominion's quarterback is a Heisman candidate right now. So don't go off EACFB.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I found that to be kind of surprising because I don't think he's very good in the game.
It's because of the hype. It's the hype every time. Tennessee is all hyped up.
Yeah,
you know.
Kirk Herbstreit, and this was not on the docket to talk about today. I was thinking about making a YouTube short on it, but I don't think I will. Kirk Herbstreit appeared on a podcast, and he said that from what he understood about the whole situation with Iamaleava was that his dad called the Tennessee coaches in December and said, you have to upgrade the offensive line. You got to upgrade the wide receivers or we're walking. And then Kirk Herbstreit made it sound like money wasn't the issue. It was the talent around Iamaleava on the offense at Tennessee.
Well, then why did his brother ever commit here?
Exactly. Like, let's be real. I mean, the optics of Arkansas is certainly not, it's more unknown, I would argue. You're getting guys that are, some of them are from schools you've never heard of.
I wonder if he wanted to go to Arkansas because he thought his brother was going to be close at Tennessee.
If his brother was what?
Going to be close at Tennessee.
Because they play.
And then all of a sudden when his brother moves back to LA, he's homesick.
Yeah.
So it may have been something where like, I have nobody out here. I did hear he was homesick. But it's, he's like, I have nobody out here now. What the hell? I'm out of here.
Speaking of talent around you, Ty, another clip out of that Sam SEC media days when they asked him about their wide receiver room. He ran off a slew of receivers that I think I haven't even heard more than 5 seconds of on this show.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he talks about Omega Blake, and he talked and he kind of just he rambled for a little bit. Then he's like, "Oh yeah," and then we got Courtney Crutchfield
and Crutchfield.
Yeah,
I noticed that too. Yeah.
Well,
kind of
he did that twice too. He didn't just do that once. He did that twice because he did an interview with the local people after. The sound quality was absolutely terrible, but he did the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it doesn't put a lot of confidence in you as far as the receivers surrounding Taylor Green. But looking forward to fall camp so we can maybe hear some good news.
Well, I guess some of those guys were a little banged up. We know they've lost Ismail Cece's done. Yeah, it sounds like he's out. He's out for the year, which was a little bit surprising. Did we lose Travis again?
Yeah,
I despise doing this on my phone. It's so annoying, dude. Anytime I type anything, like I accidentally press done.
Yeah,
because like notifications keep coming to my phone. I keep like waving them off, and as soon as I press done, it like closed everything. I was like,
I know that. Yeah, that's the thing. Dari, I always mess up his last name. The guy from SEC Network, he's been there forever. Dari Nokwa, not Nokwa.
Okay.
He did. He went on Chuck and Bo show. This is the one thing I do give them credit for. They get awesome guests, and I think they do a pretty good job asking them questions. They kind of more or less, if I heard them right, they're asking him, "What do you think about the 2025 season?" For Arkansas, and he was like, "I don't know." Again, kind of what I talked about earlier in the show. Or just a little bit ago, there's so much movement and you don't know what to make of these guys, all these transfers. And by the way, Courtney Crutchfield, out of Pine Bluff went a year at Missouri. He was redshirted, and like I've said before, like I don't expect a redshirt freshman to come in and just absolutely own everybody, but I certainly expected him to make at least the 3 deep and to get reps maybe every once in a while with the 2s. And those things didn't happen.
And then before I got cut off, I was going to say, you said you're concerned about their wide receivers, and we saw last year he's only got to find one of them.
Well,
So maybe we have enough. Maybe he's got enough options to where he can just find one he really likes and
I
go
want
from there.
From an exciting storyline standpoint, the guy that I want to explode is Monty Harrison.
That would be awesome.
The former MLB player who's, I mean, he's a true sophomore at whatever, 31 years old, however old he is.
It sounds like he's in the conversation though, because Pittman's mentioned him a couple times at the media days.
I don't know if he's doing that because he really believes he's going to be the guy, or he could be a guy in that receiving core, or if he knows it's a headline. I don't know.
All he needs to do is block. He's 30
huge.
years old, bro. He's huge.
Yeah.
And he's got grown man strength. Just block, dude. That's all you need to do.
He looks like a tight end when you see him in person. I mean, that dude is he's huge, man. He's thick from the waist down. Bro knows what's up. He's pretty thick, man. He's going to be someone that if they could find a way to get him on the field, he could be a decent playmaker for him. But yeah, you just don't know who's going to emerge out of the wide receiver room is anybody's guess. I don't know. I know Omega Blake did come on towards the end of spring camp, and they're really big on him. Hell, the game is big on him. They've got him highly rated, but as Tim said, who cares? Like they're not going to nail all these guys. I was kind of surprised by that, though. Not going to lie, to have Omega Blake ranked.
I'm kind of excited to have Cam Shanks back there on punt returns, because that may actually give our special teams some kind of shot at actually being special.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like,
Well,
I think that's the real reason they brought him in.
Yeah, and they can do some things with him on offense too with that speed. Him and not the Brown from Bentonville,
the
Jalen,
one from Florida State.
From Miami, Florida, played at Florida State.
Yeah,
Jalen Brown is also someone I think is worth keeping an eye on. Apparently, he's a burner. He's got some speed behind him. So we will do, as we get closer to fall camp, we will talk more about position groups and try to get that all nailed down. But yeah, there's a lot of areas on this team where it's like, okay, did they actually improve? Are they worse? They did lose one guy who wasn't really even a part of the offense last year, who went to the third round of the NFL draft. So, I mean, who knows?
Raylan Sharp also. Remember, Raylan Sharp knows the offense already.
True. Yeah, he played with Petrino at another school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he knows a lot of that offense. So that he may be a bigger problem for defenses than we think also.
Yeah, that's fair. Antonio Jordan is another one too, the freshman out of Warren. You don't ever overlook those kids from Warren. I'm not saying he's going to come in and be a star, but
the Warren boys can catch.
They've certainly got some ballers down in Warren, Arkansas. I brag about that school constantly. But I think we basically covered it all. We appreciate all of you for being here, and shout out to chat, Patreon supporters. Like I said, get in there in Discord. Apparently it's popping. Courtney Mims is dropping some bombs in there, as she does. She's definitely someone obviously very well plugged in, and she's helping out Discord, helping out the Patreon chat. Again, shout out to Direct Service Overhead, the garage door company. This man down below us here, his company, operating out of Central Arkansas. And I appreciate Travis, you being here, and Tim, you also, for taking some time out of your Monday night, man. I always enjoy doing these shows with you.
Yeah. So pretty soon I'll get my actual studio built and I'll have my good camera and all that stuff. But currently I am without.
I'm going to tell you, though, that it's an iPhone, right? What you're on?
Yeah, it's iPhone.
Good picture.
It's got a real good picture. Like, it's straight up.
Oh, for real?
It looks like I'm looking
I
at
wish it was horizontal. That's the only thing
will it not turn with you?
No, when I turn the phone, watch, it just does this.
Yeah,
literally turns me sideways.
I bet there's a way in the settings to fix that, but I don't
Probably.
know.
I was trying to screw with it before we got on, but
yeah. It's all right. You were here. We could hear you. We could still see that beautiful mug of yours. Oh, now he's gone. He's gonna peace out here in a minute. He's like, I'm tired of dealing with this. All right, I appreciate everyone. Make sure on your way out you hit the like button, share the content, and follow me on I was about to say TikTok. I have a TikTok. I don't ever upload anything. But follow me. He hung up and he's back. Follow me on Twitter or X. at Tusk Talk.
Despise us.
Just don't touch the screen. You'll be okay.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Tim, you want to plug your show?
I don't have anything to do right now. I don't actually. We're working on some things. We're pulling some things together. We should have several good things coming out, especially because Fantastic Four comes out this weekend.
Yeah.
So we should get a review up here shortly for Fantastic Four. Actually, kind of excited about that one. So look for us next week with a new episode on Cape Scouts.
Follow Ty on OnlyFans.
All right, everybody. We'll see you. We'll see you next week, maybe sooner. I don't know. Peace out. Have a good week.
Yeah.